Okay, and we're back for the third episode of Darkwood, developed by Acid Wizard Studios. So, on the previous episode, goddamn, that's a good way to start, isn't it? We went to the north, right, to the underground entrance, check that house up there. We found some resources, but one thing I neglected up until now is to have and to make a goddamn weapon. That's right. How the hell did I got over there without a single weapon? Because as far as I can tell, yeah, you cannot fight without having a weapon. You cannot punch. So let's address that and make us a basic crude weapon, which is this one here. Even though apparently, god damn it, I only have 2 boards and I need to make a weapon. And not only make a weapon, as I have to barricade the house, yes, for the night, because it's coming. Oh yeah, right, it's coming. But I don't have an option. Rather have a weapon than only a barricaded window. Even though perhaps I may have still time to go check for some boards somewhere else. So there we go. We went actually a board with nails, a crude weapon. On my original playthrough, where I was recording, what the hell is this doing here? It was actually funny because and that's actually something to consider. Oh, God damn, I did not pick it up. I just placed it on. Yeah, I'm really the king of doing things like that. When there's more than just one inventory, I place exactly on the wrong inventory. Yeah, on my playthrough, then I took a while to realize that I wasn't going to get a weapon, and I had to make it because I was kind of worried with the fact that sometimes it's hard to tell what is part of the scenario, yes, and what is an item. So I was actually walking around looking for an axe, yes, especially because I actually can I go up there and try and find a board before it gets too late. I don't know. Let's try and find it. Find out about it. So do I have? Let's search for. Oh, there's a dog right there. Let's pick it and pick whatever's in there, and then gonna go away before the dog finds us. Let's get this batch trap here too. So I watched in a trailer of this game this character of ours with an axe, yes, and I heard there was like some chopping, wood cutting on the game, so I was worried that I had not found the weapon, yes, to defend myself, and then I went around out of freaking space, yes, I went around trying to find, I need to find some boards. Just go up and see if I can find it on that house, if I left anything behind. So, oh, I'm there already. Yeah, I did not manage to spot any weapons, and I was getting really worried about not finding the weapon. I even thought that the game was like that. There would be no weapon for you to defend yourself with on the beginning. But later on I paid a little more attention to the game and found out about that weapon on my... Is it body here? Because when there are crows, there are bodies usually. So I found out about the possibility of making a weapon, yes, on the workbench. Okay, of course it's my fault, whatnot, but supposedly, like when you are in a shop, yes, attending to the public, it's never the client's fault, right? It's always the designer or the developer's fault. So yes. If oh, there's more stuff in here. So oh, there's a lockpick here. Let's do it differently because there is something down there which I can open. Probably will not be able to loot it. You know what? I think I'm not going to open that chest down there because otherwise I will open it up. I will not be able to pick all of its content, and then I will forget about that down there, whatever it is. Yes, it's typical of me to do that kind of stuff. So let's not pick up those oh, there's a tractor here, those items. Oh yeah, there's these. I have to get back here. The problem is when I select the tractor and search it, it shows that it has already been searched, right? When it's actually true, yes, I searched that, but I have not picked up all of its content. There's not really a way to tell when you've got all of the content and when you haven't done so. only when you searched it. So that's why I rather not mess with things unless I can pick all of the content. Too bad I don't have any wood on me, because I think I'll have to go through this night without barricading myself. Let's put some fuel, I think. I have to take this out of here, damn it. Let's get this generator started and running. Let's place just a little bit more fuel on it. Yeah, I will not leave those light sources where they are, and I will not use all of the content of this gas can, because you know, I think I will be needing it to chop wood. So better keep a little bit. Yeah, because the saw needs, if you notice that, the saw needs gasoline not to work. We have quite a few gas cans, but still. Let's leave all we don't need over here, like pretty much everything here, at least for this night. And well, it's already night, as you can see here. And night actually is a pretty big event in the game. It's the main event of the game. Let's get this stuff out of here. As that's when it gets really mysterious. Yes, all you have is pretty much hope for the morning to come. Yes, and well, that and sometimes some unexpected visitors and enemies. And you are going to find out about that little by little, if not this night, right? So let me get this lamp all the way to the other room. I'm going to close myself off there and hope no enemy will show up on the first night. Of course, that kind of stuff does happen though, but I think I'm a little better prepared this time around, since I got at least a weapon. Right? That's a beginning, I suppose. Can I fit? Yeah, I can fit. Yeah, there are a lot of interesting events happening at the night. Not only interesting, as scary too. You're going to see, yes. Sooner or later you're going to find out about that. So, while do not have a clock, it's very easy to spot when it's night. The character even tells you that you should be going for the your hideout, yes, because it's getting late and whatnot. But what makes this game special is definitely it's nighttime. And now, if you are a little scared of or you get easily scared with horror games, don't worry. I think you don't have much to. There's someone in the house. You can hear the creaking of the wood boards, the floor. Now the question is, will he come inside? I have no idea. Let's wait and find out. I think I could use some damn it, some goddamn practicing with this weapon here. Yeah, even if you are usually you can play. Is something going to? Something's going to appear in front of me. Apparently, can you see that light in there? It tells you that something's about to spawn in there. What is it? Some goddamn poisonous mushrooms. Yeah, they have no use as far as I can tell. So even if you are, can you hear that? I don't know what's with these poisonous mushrooms. Hello? Anybody home? No, it's just the developers playing with your mind there. Much like in Amnesia the Dark Descent also happens. This just disappeared. So if you are actually get scared with some dogs came to visit us, even though I don't think they can open doors. They can't, yes, but other things can. Just listen to this ambience music. It's such amazing work from them. So if you get scared with games like this, I think it's much easier to play this one rather than like, let's say, Amnesia Dark Descent, yes, which has been a recent standard for horror games lately. Because one, it's top down, but even though if it's top down, I don't blame you if you get scared, because just listen to this background music or even sounds. The atmosphere is really thick, despite of being only a top down game. It takes skills to do to pull out something like this. Yes. Did I hear someone else? Yeah, most of the nights that's what you're going to do. You're going to sit on a room, hopefully barricaded and with some traps around, and pray for the day to come in. That's what this game is pretty much about by nighttime, but this is what's the best about this game. Last time I seen something like this was actually when Minecraft was Minecraft was starting to get famous, yes, and successful. The first night in Minecraft would be something like this, where when the night came and all those monsters started spawning, you had to hold yourself. Dogs. Can you see something through the? Yeah, that is. Did you see that? That's really powerful. Just to see part of the enemy. The thing, though, the good thing is I don't think they can jump over windows either, so they cannot enter. And there comes the night. Just listen. Oh yeah, they are out there. But when the day comes, they all disappear. Like a freaking nightmare. Gotta love this game. There we go. And there we go. That's the first night survived. We went to day 2. The enemies that once were here, hang there. Goddamn headset. The enemies that once were here are now gone, and I don't know if there's a backstory to why time is frozen. Yes, because yes, every time there's some certain areas in the game, or after a nighttime, time freezes. I think it's good from the developers to do so. Yes, it's kind of forgiven to give you time to get yourself prepared, or just to fix things up and whatnot. Plan yourself ahead for the day. But I wonder if there is something to do. Oh yeah, there it is. This is the first one, the first cactus we are going to find. I don't know if there's a backstory to why time freezes. It's a new, unusual thing. Yeah, if you're going to consider the lore and the world. And here's the Wolfman, a very interesting character. Let's talk to him. Even from afar, I can smell your putrid stench. Be glad I don't have an appetite for carcass meat. So yeah, as you can see here, it's definitely a wolf. No kidding, they call it Wolfman, right? It's, I don't know if it's a mask, but apparently it's literally a wolf with an AK. Yes, so go figure. And he says we are putrid. I wonder if we are really rotten. Yes, if we are even human. The figure hides its face under the hood. It smells of wet soil and fur. So like wet dog, I'm guessing. It has a bullet mark on him. I wonder if there is a backstory to all of this stuff. I know what you're after. I can help you reclaim what you have lost. If you help me attend to a certain matter, What do you say, comrade? As he leans towards me, I can hear him giggling under the hood. Yeah, I don't think you should trust a wolf, but anyway. I know it would interest you. Before we make a deal, you need to prove that you can do the job. I have no time for weaklings, meat. You follow? Show me what you're made of. Get through to the silent forest. You think it's so easy? If I were you, I would prepare myself well before setting out. Yeah, I took this advice by heart, and as you may have noticed on the first episode of the series, I actually went all the way to the day 40 still in this first area before thinking about moving on. Yeah, so especially because developers warn you of that. Usually I don't games don't pay attention to that. Yes, because of the nature of games nowadays. Yes, it just makes us rush, but you might want not to do that here. When you get there, you will find me in this spot. Remember it. The wolf grabs my map and scribbles something on it. The likes of you always crawl back to me. So, before I forget, actually, let's just continue here. I'm going to get back to the topic I left open. At least until I remember, yes, until I forget it, that is. Let's show an item. Plastic chick. Beautiful item. Perfect for a church fair. Yeah, so he liked it. A photo of a road. What's that you got there? The wolf snatched the photograph from my hand and studies carefully. Finally he snorts his thick yellow spit landing on the photo. Man, yellow spit is actually sign of, some sort of infection. You might want to see that with a doctor. Not a doctor around here, though. This road doesn't exist anymore, overgrown with trees like all the other ones. The wolf throws the photo to the ground with his spit. That's lovely. Better forget about the road, homemate. Around here, all the roads lead nowhere. That's yeah. So he's pretty much the trader. Yes, there's no money here, but he has this reputation here, which works pretty much like money. You trade items for reputation, and reputation for items again. So you cannot find reputation, yes, as an item, but you can get items traded in the form of reputation. Let's see the gossip. What do we have here? I would avoid getting into trouble if I were you, meat, or at least until you get a decent weapon. So yeah, there we go. Developers trying to work on the user, the player, in order to make him not prone to failures. Yes, if he treats this game like most of games train the player to be, yes, which is supposedly hasty and whatnot. If I were you, I wouldn't venture too far from here unless you got bored of your lousy life, meat. Only a few returned from the dense woods, and those who made it back were not able to share their happy stories. Okay, I wouldn't recommend wandering around these woods at night. It would mean certain death for you, mate. Better hide in the hideout of yours before dark and pray for the morning light. That's interesting. Why we have to be on the hideout with that gas only by night? That's interesting point. No more gossips. Let's give goodbye to the Mr. Wolfman. If you wish to spend some more quality time basking in the striking yet natural beauty of my features before you head off to the silent forest, you will find me in the camp in the dry meadow. The wolf points to a location on my map, and that's it. So well, I have 50 reputation here, but as you can see here, most of things do not cannot be bought with that much reputation. So we need to sell more things to him before being able to afford any of that stuff. Even though, let me see, how much does he pay for? Yeah, bread is interesting, but I never really found myself using that. Should I sell 115 for each? 30? Nah, I'm gonna keep it for now. We're going to get a decent amount of reputation sooner or later, even though it's better to have it sooner, right? So yeah, before I finish this session, this episode, I was telling you that Minecraft actually had night being dangerous, and I think that was one of the things that made it successful. Yes, the way how it's treated night. So yeah, I think that Darkwood hit the same spot here with the way how it's treated night. Let's turn off the freaking generator because I'm really the king of keeping that goddamn thing on when it's not necessary, yes, and spending resources or fuel unnecessarily. We need to refuel that eventually, but not this time because unfortunately that's the end for this session. I thank you for your time. I hope you come by then by the next episode so we continue. I may continue to present you the game, yeah, so you can evaluate if you want to buy it and play, yes, for your own. If you like it already, please stop playing the game. Start playing the game right now and stop watching the video so you get no spoilers. And have fun with it. Yes, even if you are not fond of horror games, I think this one have a really good lore and story behind it, and being top down make it a little easier to play. Yes, even though it has some very heavy environment, yes, or ambience. In any case, if you still haven't made your mind up, yes, or you have already played the game, come back by the next episode, right? See you by then.